Indian police used pellet guns, electric shock devices and other weapons against youth-led protests over a national exam scandal, according to a new investigation by Amnesty International. The rights group says it verified witness accounts and visual evidence from demonstrations in the capital, New Delhi, and the eastern state of Bihar. The protests erupted after the leak of India's national medical entrance examination. Years of preparation, and the futures of millions of students, were thrown into uncertainty. Tensions peaked on July 20, when thousands of demonstrators attempted to march towards India's parliament. According to Amnesty, police responded with pellet-firing shotguns, tear gas launchers, grenades, batons, and electric shock devices. It also verified 2 incidents in Bihar's Siwan district in which a police officer allegedly used lethal force unlawfully against a crowd. No deaths were reported. Amnesty acknowledged isolated cases of protesters throwing stones, but it described the overall police response as state-sanctioned violence masked as crowd control, saying the weapons were used in breach of international standards and India's own policing guidelines. Police reject that account. Delhi police told India's Supreme Court that officers used force only after protesters became violent. They alleged that people posing as aggrieved students had infiltrated the demonstrations and seriously injured members of the security forces. India's Supreme Court has now established a panel to investigate violence by both police and protesters. Pressure also intensified after opposition leader Rahul Gandhi staged a sit-in outside a Delhi police station alongside 19-year-old student Sahil Lochab. Lochab says he was struck by pellets during the July 20 protest, suffering injuries to his eye and abdomen. Gandhi demanded a formal investigation, and police later registered a case against unidentified individuals. The demonstrations were led by the online-based Cockroach Janata Party, or CJP. What began as anger over alleged examination irregularities soon grew into a broader movement over unemployment, shrinking opportunities for young people and accusations of increasingly authoritarian rule under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The protests eventually forced Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan to resign and have become one of the most serious political challenges Modi has faced since securing a third term in 2024. Amnesty's findings now place the conduct of India's police under greater scrutiny, as the Supreme Court panel investigates violence committed on both sides.